Hey there. I invite you to close your eyes if that feels comfortable to you, or to drop your gaze to your hands, the floor. And now take a deep breath in and let it go. Let's do that again, taking a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Keep following the thread of that breath, drawing it in, letting it go. Breathe in, breathe out, and start to go in. Turn away from the traffic in your mind, any sounds that you hear. Go in. That's what the open door is all about. Going in might feel like it's a relief. Finally, a chance to drop into your center. Going in can also be terrifying, because that's where all the monsters live. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. A door asks you to live somewhere between. A threshold between this and that, here and there. And sometimes we know what's on the other side of that door, and sometimes we don't. Breathe in. Breathe out. I recently read something about finding the closest door. The idea is that when we are alive, and particularly when we are in distress, we should look for the closest door. But unlike on an airplane, this closest door is not an escape route. It doesn't necessarily help us get out. What it does is asks us to go in. To go into our reality, just as it is. What makes this so counterintuitive is that our closest door might be the very thing we want to escape from. Job, stress, fear, a diagnosis, a lost love, hips that are hurting, shoulders that are howling, grief that is threatening to reduce us to a sobbing mess. Why in the world would we want to go into those things? Far better to run away, to pile on, to zone out. Because if we ignore what's going on, well, then it's not really there, right? This impulse to flee or ignore isn't surprising, because in this case, our closest door is unlikely to bring us all kinds of bounty and gifts. And it might be, but they might not be quite what we are thinking or imagining or even looking for. In fact, our closest door is likely the very thing that invites us to be more human, not less, more messy, more vulnerable. And that's terrifying, which is why we slam those closest doors shut and try to run away as fast and far as possible. Opening these doors takes courage. Behind them, we might find the ordinary monster that is eating us alive. But as the saying goes, whatever we resist persists. And running away can be so exhausting. So what if you stop? What if with attention and intention you turn toward your closest door? What if you listen with the ear of your heart? Listen to what it is longing to tell. Yes, it can be terrifying. And it is your best chance to heal and be real. Breathe in, breathe out. Here is the opening door. Breathe in, breathe out. Here is your closest door. Breathe in, breathe out, and know that you are a badass with a big heart. May you walk into the wild opening, holding on to your center and trusting that you will take the next best step. Breathe in, breathe out. May you live light and shine. And you can open those eyes, maybe put your hand on your heart. Take care, dear ones. Be brave, be fierce, as you walk your live light way. Thank you.